This is Jonathan Agnew here for Pro Boxing Fans, and welcome back to another video. Now, Tyson Fury has confirmed that he is back in the ring this year. He's ended his near-year retirement, and today he's been talking about potential opponents he could face on Instagram. One of them was the WBO heavyweight champion Fabio Wardley, who he said he could face later in 2026. This is what he wrote on Instagram. Big smoke for the GK after a long layoff. Could be an option later in 2026, God willing. Now, Fury has been called out today by Mahmoud Char, the former WBA regular heavyweight champion. But given the fact that Char is 41 years old, he's been out of the ring over a year himself, surely Fury will want the biggest fights possible, and obviously Wardley represents that. He was of course elevated to full WBO champion after Usyk decided to vacate his title rather than fight him. But the minute Usyk is in negotiations with Wilder, so could we see Fury versus Wardley, Usyk versus Wilder, and the winners fight each other? Because Fury did say last year to ourselves and some other media members at the IBA Pro in Istanbul that if he was to come back, then he wants Alexander Usyk. That's his number one target. Now, it will be interesting to see if Usyk changes his mind about facing Deontay Wilder now that Fury said he will definitely come back, because you would think that the Fury fight has more money, it's a bigger fight. Wilder is still, I think, commercially a big fight, but on paper, you have to heavily favour Usyk. However, I don't know how far they are in negotiations. Apparently, the fight could take place in April or May, according to Usyk's manager, Egis Klimas. So we will see what happens there. But if Fury was to fight Fabio Wardley and win the fight, then it does probably make the Usyk fight a bit more lucrative. If they both had belts and it's for the undisputed title, again, as it was in the first fight. Wardley, of course, beat Fury's close friend Joseph Parker in October, so there's a bit of a backstory there. And I would imagine Fury would go in as the slight favourite, but after over a year out against a massive puncher like Wardley, and having been hurt against Ngannou and in the first fight against Usyk, some may favour the Ipswich man, the younger, fresher man, over Fury at this stage in both of their careers. But I can't see Fury going straight into a fight against Wardley. I might be wrong, but I can see him taking a tune-up first, getting rid of some ring rust and seeing how much he has left against a lesser opponent. Potentially Char, but there's obviously other options out there. So let us know in the comments who you think he should come back against. Should he come back straight against Fabio Wardley, for example, straight away? Should he come back against someone slightly less dangerous? Of course, a long-awaited Anthony Joshua showdown is the fight everyone wants to see, but it seems inappropriate to really be talking about that fight, given Joshua's horror crash last month, which killed two of his close friends. Joshua was, of course, at the funeral for Latif Ayodele and Sina Gami in London on Sunday. But let us know who you think Fury should face in the comments, and stay tuned to Pro Boxing Fans this week as we bring you full coverage from Germany of the WBC interim heavyweight title fight between Ajit Kabayel and Damien Kneiber. Kabayel, incidentally, is another opponent Fury mentioned for 2026, so it'll be interesting to see what he says when he does do an interview about who he wants first and his plans. And of course, his brother, Roman Fury, is on the undercard. So stay right here. Let us know in the comments, like I said, who you think Fury should fight. Are you happy to see him back? And how long do you think he has left in his career? Thanks for tuning in, and see you on the next video.